Hey guys, it's GalahadB again, and this time I will show you game 2 of round 2 against jallendaws. This time jallendaws is 3 people, I am Shadow. These are the cards we're starting out with. I think pretty good cards for both of us. He has Mithril Coat and Sting, but it's a little early, so that might be a problem if I happen to play WotR and Toil, which I don't have right now. Many Kings always great, Grand all potentially great. So yeah, this is kind of the reverse of game 1. You remember game 1 when he had 1 eye and I rolled 1 movement, and now I have 1 eye and he has 4 movement. I feel a little, and I comment on it, a little cheated by that because I would have loved this kind of role. Yeah, and I do get my 2 musters, so I can get Saruman turn 1, but that also allows for Gandalf the White turn 2, and with 4 moves, potentially 4 moves turn 1, Gandalf will die, probably. Yeah, I debate between using the character die and the army die, but just in case he moves and I reveal him into Holland, I want to be able to use the army die to move North Dunland into Holland. So that's why I use the character die first. I would not use the character die to move Nazgul around to Holland. I don't think. But yeah, spending half an army might be okay. But he's safe anyway, so now I move. That move, still safe. Yeah. Pretty rough start to the game. And interestingly enough, he does not move a 4th time, and instead plays Dane Ironfoot's card. I think I probably would move a 4th time. I mean, you kind of want Gandalf dead with me bringing in Saruman, but yeah, playing Dane is definitely also fine. Very good early card to have because it makes the Dwarven Stronghold very difficult to take. Oh, and he even draws granules now, so Dew is gonna be real tough. So one relief is he did not roll a will this turn. Like, imagine if this H die would have been a will. Oh my god, that would have been so terrible. But it's not. Thank god for that. But yeah, I have this problem where I don't have a playable card, but 2 Palantirs, so I'll draw a card. And since Fellowship already got 3 safe steps, I feel like there's probably no way that I can corrupt them anymore, unless I get super lucky from now on. I hit, Gandalf dies, it's not a reveal, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm a little sad. But at least, Pits of Mordor is not a bad card to draw. Moves again, he's safe. Yeah. Not cool. Yeah, he plays granules now. Oh wow, and into power to grade. That's really annoying. But yeah, at this point I'm kind of committed to the Geo line, and I have a bunch of reinforcements at least. I mean, this is 11 HP, this is another 11 HP. And if I beeline now back into Gondor, which is not exactly easier, right? I mean, this is going to be 7 HP then. This is also going to be 7 HP unless I draw Corsairs of Umbar in time. So yeah, I'm still committed to this pincer attack on Woodland Realm and Lorien, because I still think that's the most efficient use of my dice, and I am still favored to win you and Lorien, even with those reinforcements. Though to be fair, if Woodland Realm does not go too well, then Erebor might become a problem. But yeah, Gandalf is not any easier, I don't think, and it's gonna cost me even more dice to get the armies back there now. So yeah, I still commit to the U line. He can move armies around, yeah. Maybe Siege Lorien, for fear that he might have power to grade, and that would be very annoying. Okay if he stops me from really attacking it, but I want to put it under siege. And again, he gets three eyes. I think at this point he rolled more movement than I had in the entirety of the last game. I don't have the stats with me right now, but he has now rolled 1 will, which is as much as I rolled in 7 turns, and 8 characters, which I think might actually be more than I rolled in the entirety of last game. This is kind of crazy to think about that. But my one break is he did not get a Will of the West. So there's some hope. But yeah, I definitely feel a little cheated right now. Yeah, I drew a character card. I'm not exactly sure why. Because I still don't think corruption victory is happening. But I guess I'm feeling, okay, he's gonna move 3 times this turn. He's gonna be hit and revealed at some point, and my military is looking really slow. His fellowship is looking really fast. So yeah, I think that was my thinking. To say, well, in that case, I'd rather be able to inflict some corruption on him, so that maybe if I get lucky in Mordor, I can turn the game. Yeah, Master Northang, he moves. He gets hit with the one in reveal. Alright, you might wonder why did I not play Balrog of Moria? And that's a good question. I'm not entirely sure myself, but I think my thinking at that point was Fellowship is very safe right now. I am probably not fast enough, so I'd rather him take the more dangerous route through Moria than go the high pass, because I feel like time is probably more on his side than on mine, and I'd rather him take the more dangerous path than take the safer path. So I did not want him to go through the high pass, and I probably would have made him go high pass if I played Balrog. That did not feel efficient to me, so that's why I chose to rather draw a card and hopefully draw something that punishes him if he gets revealed. I think that was my thinking there. So he finally gets revealed on step 6. And Moria tells us a 3, which is good. I muster up more on Orthang. He hides with Aragorn. Oh, right, and because he does not have Gandalf in play yet, and because Edoras did not move to Helm's Deep yet, I decide let's go for Helm's Deep. And I don't want him to scout away. I did not inflict any self-hits because then the siege in Helm's Deep might have proven difficult. So yeah, this was a pretty lucky combat, not gonna lie. He's safe again. I besiege Helm's Deep. Alright, and I did not get Witch King yet. Yeah, nothing is a war. Too bad. And I hit him again. 200 reveal. And so I think now I play Candles, yeah. Getting 2 hits. And I mean, corruption is at 6 now. It's effectively -3 still because of all the companions inside. But my one chance here might be that if he makes it to Mordor next turn without losing many companions, and he probably doesn't want to lose the companion on a 1, that I might get to allocate a lot of ice in Mordor. So maybe have a chance like that. I did not roll any ice. I would have liked to see some ice this turn. And he finally gets his will. So yeah. He's gonna hide, sure. He's not afraid of Day Without Dawn because, unlike last game, Southrons are not a war yet. So he's safe. Unfortunately. I want to take Helm's Deep now, and then muster up. I hit. I don't reveal him. Revealing him now would have been so good because that would have delayed Mordor by 1 more turn, unless he was willing to sacrifice Gandalf for another turn, which I doubt he would. And unlike him, I also don't have Cruel Weather, so that's not gonna happen. I draw another card hoping to maybe get Cruel Weather, 1 out of 19 chance, but didn't happen. So I think here I probably should have. Yeah, but I'm too afraid of end cards. I think that's my reasoning. Yeah, I'm thinking I probably should have gotten the Witch King into Lorien and then attack Lorien using a character card, like Balrog, for example. So that would have given me one more chance. Maybe I'll do that now. Yeah. How I attack Lorien, right? So yeah, the ordering didn't matter, right? I don't have a ring anyways, and he's not gonna give me a ring now. So during Spain, no hits. But I mean, Comet rolls great, 4 hits. Can't complain. So I press and draw, but no cigar. Yeah, I don't play a card because it's only against 1 HP. I get my 1 hit. So at least he did not get to play a pouch grade, which is good. But the bad thing is he made Mordor in turn 4. Gandalf is in the game 2 turns earlier than I got him. That's not exactly looking good here. So yeah, I don't have anything to exactly punish him, but I do have Orc Patrol, and that might be bothersome for him if I hit one of the reveal tiles. Which I do. So that gives me time next turn to also play Shelob's Lair before he can move. And yeah, but the Stronghold tile was nice, so could have been better, but also could have been worse. I discard Orcs multiplying again. Well, that's interesting. It's a very good card, but yeah, I want to keep all the character cards because at this point, I mean, I'm on 4 victory points. Nothing else looks exactly easy. He's on 7 corruption already, so I'm definitely going full on corruption at this point because he's so fast. There's almost no way that I could win military before he gets a chance to dunk with Aragorn still, Strider still the guide. So yeah, oh, and he discards the party grade. Yeah, makes sense. I go full on corruption attempt now, and I think that's a reasonable choice. Like I said, military victory is not really feasible. And imagine, I mean, this is the roll he got, right? Imagine if I had only put in 1 eye, maybe rolled 1 more. He's still like, yes, he's at 7 corruption, but effectively he's at -2 corruption, which is very safe. And the hunt pool is also not that bad, right? There's still 7 standard number tiles, which are great. And I mean, the red tile that's in there is not really damaging. So, well, that's not cool to run into it. It's also not like the end of the world. So my hope is those eyes, right? And my reasoning is like putting 5 eyes right now means yes, he can take Strider down to that, but he cannot also sacrifice a Hobbit into that. So that's a guaranteed extra 2 corruption, putting him to 9 if he runs into an eye. And if he wants to protect Strider and he takes a random, now imagine he takes a random and it hits a Hobbit, he would take 4 corruption, he's going up to 11 then. So he basically can't afford to take a random. If he runs into an eye, he will have to take out Strider, which I am okay with. I definitely want to see him gone. The problem, of course, is looking at his hand. He has Atlas, he has Mithril Code, he has perfect cards to counteract what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we chat a little. I lament my bad luck with him getting like a perfect roll. Yeah, he uses Will to hide. I don't think you need to do that with the cards that you have in hand right here, but okay, fine with me. I definitely play Shelob now, so that it's in there when he tries to move. Yeah, he plays Arthalos, gets 2 healing, which is reasonable. But this also makes my corruption attempt much less likely. Like, remember before when I said he was at 7, taking down Aragorn would put him to 9, and then we're getting into Isildur's Bane territory. Now it's a lot safer for him, because he would go up to 7, but then even Isildur's Bane on 3 would not kill him yet. And I don't even have Isildur's Bane. And it's still unlikely that it works out that way. But there's some chance, at least. So yeah, the downside in me trying to cycle in Lorraine was that I was so successful that it pushes Woodland Realm to war, and now Dew is looking really, really difficult. So yeah, he plays Mithril, makes sense. I still proceed to move towards Woodland Realm because yeah, where else am I gonna go? These armies, I don't really mind him being able to muster because in my mind there's no way I win military victory before he gets a chance to dunk. So my number one priority is making sure I get as many character cards out of the way as I can before that happens. So yeah, I continued to allocate as much as I can. He did not move last turn, but he did hide, so he did not take an extra hit. And now he gets 1 movement, but against 5 eyes, so you don't want to move more than once. So it's pretty good roll. And he drew Horn of Gondor, which is bad because that allows him to only take a single point of corruption from those 5 eyes by taking down Aragorn and Horn of Gondor. Brandsman, yeah, that's also pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking of playing one of Sorentoy right here, but I decide to Nazgul first. I don't think that's exactly correct. Okay. Yeah, I play one with Sorentoy now because he still has 5 companions in the fellowship, so at the minimum I'll get 3 cards off the table. And now he moves. And this is a very important moment because if he gets any standard tile, well, actually, by taking down a 1, it wouldn't be so bad. But if it's a 2 or 3, it can take a random. And then I can only allocate 4 eyes from that point on. If it's a 3, he can efficiently get rid of Aragorn, Strider. So I really want this to be an eye or a red tile. And it is an eye. And now, usually you would debate, right? Do you use Mithril on that? 5 damage is not that nice, but you might run into red tile. But it's 7 good tiles and 5 bad tiles. And you probably wouldn't even mind the give it to us too much. Because you have Stride as the guide. But since it's an eye and I have one of Sorentoil, like you're gonna lose Mithril Code and Sting no matter what, so it might as well use it now. Which he does, and it's another eye, so that's obviously super lucky for me. Yeah, I say it's still a little unlucky for me given how the game went and given how game 1 went, but this obviously redeems a lot. Getting a double eye, getting rid of Mithril and Horn of Gondor. Well, I don't exactly get rid of Horn of Gondor, it's just gone now. But he's on 6 corruption. That one effectively 0 corruption because of the companions he has, and the character cards that he had left weren't totally useful for the fellowship. So one of Sorentoil got rid of, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't that good for the situation. But at least it's gone, right? And now I have a shot at a military victory, at a ring victory if I make him run into some reds. And his next move might still be a little uncomfortable because I got to allocate 4 eyes, maybe roll 1 more, and then he would have to tank 3 more corruption if I make him run into another eye. But I did not get to really cycle a card this turn, which sucks. Oh right, yeah, I did not allocate for Rise this turn because I felt like, okay, Strider gone, he's revealed. Maybe, after all, I can go for a military victory. At the end of the day, I mean, I rolled 3 eyes, so it didn't really change much. I got lucky in a way because he got a bunch of movement and wills, so that could have really backfired. But I was pretty desperate at that point, and the odds of him running into another eye weren't as high, right? That's 3 out of 12, so only 25% chance. And it felt to me like banking on that 25% chance to hit is not really worth it. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't really matter in the end because I rolled so many wills. So many eyes anyways. So I play Dreadful Spells because I have other cards that I can cycle, like Grill's Death, Words of Power, maybe even Drawn. Yeah, he gets a blue tile, that's fortunate. Yeah, I continue cycling character cards. I really want to cycle. He gets forwards back, that's not cool. But I don't mind. I mean, I don't need to win that fight. I just want to cycle cards. And Lure of the Ring is great. I don't play it, I think, when they are revealed because I want to play it when Golem is Guide. I don't want to proceed and accelerate Golem. I had nothing. Don't really mind. I just want to cycle. He moves. And it's Shelob, and that's great. And it's a Shelob 5, actually, and that is huge because he can't add the companions, the hobbits into it yet because he still has 2 level 2 companions, so he has to take down Boromir and then tank 3, going up to 9 corruption. And now I can allocate 3 eyes next turn, maybe roll some more, make it very uncomfortable for him. Yeah, I continue with attacking just to be able to cycle. I'll play, yeah, Foul Stench here, just to cycle. Volunteer, not that great, but I can cycle it. What I'll do against Dale. Wow, and I got 3 hits, don't remember that, but that's definitely lucky. School Search, another card that I can cycle. And I drew a Sealer's Bane, which is great. And yeah, here I continue with allocating 3 eyes. Actually got 5, which is good again, because if he runs into another eye... but he got Accent Bow. That's so sad. Sealer's Bane hitting a blue tile. Not ideal, but not the worst. I mean, yeah, I had with that Isildur's Bane, I had a 1 out of 12 chance to just straight up win the game. And considering how it started, I was pretty excited that I even got that chance. And, you know, Corruption now is looking like it's the real threat. He's at effective 5, well, effective 4 Corruption, but 4 steps from the Cracks of Doom. So, yeah, definitely still possible to corrupt him because of that shield up 5 and the eye hitting for 5. 2, that's not so bad because either he takes down Legolas, but then he can use Accent Bow because it's going to be gone, or he uses Accent Bow and then takes a random, but that might hit Legolas, getting rid of 3 corruption. Yeah, he uses bow and randoms, and it's Merry, so that's good for him. I get rid of his final character card, which is pretty useless. That could have been better, but okay, I guess. Got lucky in the first steps. I continue with Erebor, cycling Pulse Stench, I'm sure. Yep. Good thing that I got the ones on the reroll and not on the combat roll. I got another card to cycle. And it's another red tile, which is great. So I'll play that. And on to the next turn we go. I can only allocate 2, which is what I'll do. And I roll 3 more, which is great. If I run, or if I make him run into another eye. But it's not an eye. I'm really sad about that. Character card, probably not good. Yeah, we proved the Swifter. It's a great card, but not for the type of game we're having. But now he's at effective 8 corruption, 2 steps from the Cracks of Doom, and I have a reveal punish card in Lure of the Ring. So, yeah, got some chances. And I can cycle. Yeah, I got another red tile here. He's definitely not moving again this turn. So yeah, 3 reds in there, plus 3 eyes. That's certainly something that might win me the game. And I'm almost through my deck. And I don't have a good card to cycle anymore. Yeah, I go for Pelagear. And yeah, now I'm at 8 victory points actually, because 3 from Airborne Dale, 3 from Helm's Deep and Pelagear, 2 from Lorien. So now we're at the spot where I, quietly screwed up more and more victory points. And he might run out of time. Because if he doesn't dunk this turn, there's a very real chance I'll just win the game. Certainly have the roll for it. So yeah, he needs to take some risks now. He moves, and it's a red tile, which is great. Yeah, now I need to decide, do I want to corrupt him? But yeah, I think I do. Because there's still a way that he dunks this turn if he has. There is another way. Or even without, he has rings, right? Can move 2 more times because of rings. And if he runs into one of these, 2 of these tiles, then he would win the game. But he needs to draw 2 of these tiles. And there's only 5 good tiles and 6 bad tiles, because even the 3 would kill him without there is another way. And we can see he doesn't have it. So he hides, and I think I'll go after Dolemroth. Oh no, yeah, I'll skill yet first, so I can fortify Pelagear. Alright, I actually got 2 hits there, that's very good. And he moves up again because he feels I will win this turn if he doesn't try and dunk this turn. And yeah, I got lucky by drawing 2 reds. Oh, actually 3 reds in Mordor, and the eye for 5 in reveal. So even though after this initial 3 save steps, I felt like, wow, this is gonna be almost impossible to corrupt the Fellowship. But I definitely lucked out on Mordor to win the game. But I think I also, well, okay, it wouldn't have mattered because of the tiles he drew. 2 more red tiles. But I think it was important that I was also efficient with the military, pressuring him to risk it all this turn. If he had more time and could have gone slower this turn, then he had chances to maybe draw into Bilbo Song, or there is another way to maybe allow him to dunk next turn or the turn after. But he did not have that time because Erebor went fairly well after all. And Lorien went super well. And because he did not manage to defend Helm's Deep at all because he got so many movement dice. So yeah, I fought my way back into this game, and I'm now 3-1, and I can show you the stats here. Oh, I got the wrong one again, didn't I? Oops. Sorry. It's been a while. I'm not as versed. Okay. With this OBS stuff anymore. Alright, these are the stats. This time they are in the correct order. Shadow rolled 126 combat dice. That feels about right compared to the 46 of free people who did not fortify as much. Well, and also Dread and Despair, reducing their combat dice by quite a lot. And you can see the rolls were somewhat balanced. I was a little high on sixes. He was low on hits, but I think I had enough units still left standing that it probably didn't matter too much. I mean, if you look at Lorien specifically, where I have 9 HP still standing, 4 HP, and Erebor. So yeah, I could have definitely taken 4 more hits. Oh, and Helm's Deep too. It would have been bad if all his extra hits came in Erebor, but he already hit pretty well in Erebor, I think. Just that Helm's Deep and Lorien did not fight back properly. But they didn't really stand much of a chance there, I don't think. And yeah, he got very good action dice, but because I had so many eyes on Mordor, it was very dangerous. He did only run into one eye, but the one eye he did run into definitely counted for a lot. But yeah, 3 reds. I mean, running into 3 reds in Mordor and still live to tell the tale. That's very hard to do. Yeah, so that's round 2. 3-1. I need at least 5 wins to have a shot at making the top cut. So if I go 1-1 and then 1-1 again, I probably make the top cut. Depends on the tiebreakers. Then if you're 5-3, you need to have good tiebreakers. I think I have solid shot at good tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, I think, count the number of wins the opponents you defeated have scored by the end of the Swiss format. And so it's better to get wins early than wins late. I got 3 wins early, that's pretty good. Like, this win is worth at least 3 tiebreaker points because both me and my opponent are now 3-1 and have scored 1 win against each other. So the minimum tiebreaker score I get from this win is 3 points. But if my opponent continues to win more games, then I'll get more points. And since I 2-0'd my round 1 opponent, if he goes on to win more games, then that will also score me more tiebreaker points. So I'm rooting for DMang17 and jallendaws to do really well this tournament, and I'm rooting for myself to get at least 2 more wins. And I will continue my coverage with my round 3 games in due time. Have a nice day, everyone. See you. Bye bye.